Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Beast Tamer Bard build, episode 289. We are back in Dresden after finishing the Vault series of quests. And we've had a whole lot of people ready to meet us in the audience chamber, of course. Tina, the scenery master. It's time for the play! I'm actually relatively excited about this. Commander! Good day to you and all that. I'm Tina from the Next Door Theater. Remember me? So, here's the score. We've finished rehearsing and are ready to stage the world premiere of our play about your exploits. Grandma sent me to invite you. We're ready to get started. So, will you come? Absolutely. Let's leave now. I knew this. I was like, as soon as we go back to Dresden, like 15 things are going to happen. Because every time we go back to Dresden, 15 things happen. Oh, this Brody, sweet boy. Oh, shit. Grandma Gretlin, the director. Grandma Gretlin's smile shines with pride and happiness. Her new ladle shines equally bright, and she holds it like a scepter. Ladies and gentlemen, the day has come that every participant in the crusade has awaited with bated breath. The day when we, the Next Door Theater, finally present to you our newest production. Ivu, I think it teleported us away to Ivu. Hooray, theater! I wonder, if I can comment on everything that happens, will people decide I'm an impolite dragon? Fine, I'll behave. Yeah, it's totally... Ivu is not actually here. They spawned Ivu in a different location and just moved us to Ivu. Ember. Fucking... How... Ember showing excitement seems so weird. Theater. That's such a... I can't do Ember's voice in an excited manner. Ember laughs melodiously and claps her hands. Greybor casts a long, thoughtful look at Ember. Boy Bean, you back off. You back. Chop. Don't you bite me. Chop. You touching my stuff, boy. Bug fix Ivu. Jeez. Greybor casts a long, thoughtful look at Ember. The elf's joy is reflected on the dwarf's stern face by a slight smile. You stop. You're a bad boy. Don't you look at me like that. Oh, he mad. He digging now. Our cat is incredibly picky. Your late cat would steal food off your plate if you got up from the table, but she kept acting like she was sick of different treats to the point where you couldn't find any that she eat. We finally cut out the treats so she'd eat her regular food. That's fair. We don't do a lot of treats. Mostly the treats that we do are the treats that I do on stream. They mostly just eat cat food. In point of fact, Lippo, up until recently, has been very particular about she doesn't like to eat anything but cat food. Odie actually also is not super interested in a lot of other foods, but he does do particular human foods. They both want to sniff everything, and Odie will lick a lot of things, but he'll only really eats like very specific meats, like bacon or things like that. Mostly meats that are like very fatty, right? So, and we try not to do that very frequently because it's not great. And like neither of them will really steal things from a plate, like if you leave it unattended, but Odie will go and lick at things on your plate, if that's, like a fair comparison. The massive prop catapult behind Grandma creaks loudly and somewhat ominously in time with her words. At least you hope it's a prop. Grandma Gretlin, the director. Today we return to the recent past, to one of the first victories won by the commander. Our show is dedicated to these grandiose, incredible, mind-blowing, exciting, large-scale, grand, and legendary events many of you probably witnessed firsthand. As the director and playwright, I feel humbled and honored to Captivated by her own speech, Grandma brandishes her ladle with wild enthusiasm and accidentally touches, but only lightly, one of the catapult's levers. Nice. Nice. I was momentarily concerned. You hear a theatrically loud whisper from the ranks of the actors. Anyone remember what we used to load that catapult? I have a better question. What did the projectile hit? I see something that resembles a plume of smoke in the place similar to the one where we left the crates our props were in. I put my cherry pie in the catapult bucket to have a secret snack during the performance, and now it flew away. The last sentence is followed by a loud sob. Stop panicking! The show must go on even if we are left without our costumes and props. If something does not go according to plan, improvise. Having whispered these instructions quite loudly to her crew, Grandma Gretland gives a beaming smile to the audience. Nothing more than a few fireworks to celebrate our premiere. And now we shall begin! Hurrah for the premiere, absolutely. In the year 4715, in the area near Dresden, a figure appears in front of the army awaiting his orders. It is their leader, Knight Commander Kajak. That's us. Oh, that's them. It doesn't take too much attention to recognize the awkward figure of Rubbledum the gnome standing on the shoulders of his twin brother, Hierophant. Finally, the day has come. Rumbledum winces and mumbles, making no effort to be discreet. Harry, stop moving. I'm gonna fall. You've heard of giving someone the raspberry, but not the cherry? Spaceballs reference? Nice. You won't fall, comes a voice from the middle of the commander's torso. I've covered my shoulder pads with strong magic glue, so your boots will be securely attached. Go on with your speech, or we'll never get to the exciting part. Mine! You put glue on? What? Brother, we were supposed to change places during the performance. How can I climb off your shoulders now? This is a catastrophe, and I'm so in for it. Not a problem whatsoever. You take off your boots, I take off my shoulder pads, then we switch. Viola! Only, well, I can't take off my boots. My laces kept coming untied, so I fixed them with that same glue. You know, just to be careful. Now you'll need a hacksaw in about an hour to get these boots off me. We're in the middle of the show. I only learned half the lines for this part. What are we gonna do? Obviously, it doesn't matter. This is like watching the Pyramus and the Thisbe play in a Midsummer Night's Dream. Nice. Oh, no, Ivu is... Everything about this is a travesty. Ivu is like 300 feet away in a building. Oh, God. I really, really need that glue, Ivu whispers. So many things I need to glue together. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm so into that second part. You can play your parts without switching. Everyone knows the commander, and by the commander I mean I, of course, is a gifted ventriloquist. No one will be surprised if the voice of the play's main character sometimes comes from his belly. Right, but according to the script, it's time for the main character to inspire the army. So what? Why do you think that a commander who is also a ventriloquist can't inspire an army? On the contrary, it's an advantage. There are many ordinary commanders, but there are hardly any ventriloquists among them. Hierophant's voice, which comes from somewhere around the commander's stomach, but becomes resonant and loud. My fellow crusaders, I tell you this, not the stomach of the commander as you might think, but a real commander in itself. I look into your eyes. Brother, I hope you're looking at them. Stay on script. I look into your eyes, for I have no secrets from you. I speak not from my mind, but from my heart. Damn, this speech is not exactly appropriate to the current situation. No matter, let's kick some demon ass! Hurrah! My God. Then, with his army properly inspired, the commander explained the details of his grand strategic plan. As we all know, the commander planned to disperse the enemy's legions by charging them on the back of a huge, formidable mountain goat. Is that what happened? I mean, I know it's been a long time since that happened. Oh, but I don't have that particular memory. Grandma pauses and glances askance at the quite ordinary pony standing near the edge of the stage. A huge but miniature mountain goat of a rare pony-like breed. This person just Oh, is that who it hit? It hit this person? Oh, God. Are we completely sure Pretzel is up to the task? I haven't been to any of his rehearsals, but he definitely doesn't look like he's ready to ride down demonic legions. What? Oh, God. Ah! The camera in Pathfinder being weird. Who would have thought? Not to worry. Our esteemed Soundmaster is backstage and will lure Pretzel with the carrot. Our pony can move as fast as a hurricane for a carrot. You would charge a Baldur, if any Baldur were foolish enough to stand between Pretzel and his carrot. Okay. All right. Hey, Zippone! Seems to me that something has gone wrong. You know how many ponies I had to audition for this role? An entire herd. This was the only one that was any good. He did this trick perfectly during the rehearsals. I don't know why he decided to dig his heels in now. Pretzel, how you've let me down. And now that all of you have witnessed the most spectacular, dramatic, and impressive culmination of our play, let us return to reality for a moment to welcome the person whom we are all gathered here to celebrate, the Commander! After all, this was one of his earliest adventures. So what do you say, Commander? Did you like our show? Ugh. Wild. Absolutely perfect. I would change nothing. No notes. A++. Well, you're ready for prime time. That was a travesty. Truly a travesty. I honestly thought it was going to be significantly less of a travesty than it actually was. But I had so much fun. Of course, sure. A mysterious smile appears on Grandma Gretlin's face. Believe it or not, Commander, but every true comedian knows their calling is to provoke laughter and smiles, not necessarily on stage. And it need not be a successful, professional, and perfectly organized performance. Sometimes our art exceeds the limitations of the stage. And now, unfortunately, the time has come to say goodbye. We were with you almost from the first day, but now the show is over and the next door theater troupe has other places to be and other plays to perform. Oh, did they just bounce? Oh, well, that's sad.
I'm here all week.
That's a little sad. Also very anticlimactic, I guess? Like, what?
Let's see what we can do.
Maybe they're still over in their area? Wasn't this their area? Yikes.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer. Do we have... We don't really have anything. That's maybe somewhat disappointing. Because we didn't really do that much, or there wasn't really... How to say this tactfully? If that was the only payoff... Well, although I will say this, maybe the payoff would have been different if we had made different choices and done different things. They should be grateful that no one tossed tomatoes at them. They should be grateful that no one tossed tomatoes at them. That was somewhat of a little bit of a disappointment, right? Like, because we we've had the assumption that there's going to be a play for the entirety of the game, because we did meet them very, very early on. We rescued them in Canabras, I believe, right? So that is somewhat disappointing, that if that is the culmination of that whole line of inquiry, maybe that's the bad ending to that line of inquiry. If that's the good ending to that line, that is a little disappointing. Because not because of the play, right? Like, the play, it was stupid and it was a travesty, but it was also funny. But that it just dead ends like that is a little bit unfortunate. Commander, glad to see you back with us. Captain Harmatan has barely changed since your last meeting, but his glare is now even heavier than before, and his arms and face bear new scars. You've arrived just in time. There's unrest within your forces once again. Unfortunately, once you returned, so did the wary. They're turning the soldiers against you. I'm afraid we're dealing with an open mutiny. They're agitating for the army to abandon Dresden and march to Iz, to Her Majesty's aid. If we don't stop them, the outcome may be disastrous. Let's meet with the wary. I don't believe it will be hard to convince them that their plan is pure madness. We'll gather loyal officers and send them to speak with the soldiers, unarmed and with an open heart. We'll convince them to turn their backs on those madmen and their mutiny. Mutinies must be suppressed with absolute severity. We surround all units engaged in the revolt, then we arrest and hang the agitators, publicly. Behind every rebellious leader is a very angry second-in-command who dreams of promotion. We'll just hint at the fastest way to get it, and the mutiny will fade away by itself, with the added benefit of refreshing our staff. If the wary are so loyal to the Queen, why didn't they leave with her instead of remaining in Dresden? I couldn't say, Commander. I believe we should talk to them and find out their reasoning and their plan of action. I do agree that this all looks very suspicious. Either way, many say that you have no right to give orders to anyone, since the Queen relieved you of your command even before you went into the Abyss. Technically speaking, they're not entirely wrong. It'll be hard to make them reconsider. You also have a great deal of respect for Queen Galfrey, don't you? I'm a soldier. It's my duty to respect my superiors, and I hold you in high esteem as well. You catch nervous trembling in Harmatan's voice, partially masked by his calm and relaxed tone. Is Harmatan, is one of the reasons why we continually have the issue with the wary, because Harmatan is the leader of the wary? That seems somewhat sus. Let's discuss our options in further detail. As you command, Sela, what's your plan? Even if there are any doubts before, it's perfectly clear now. The soldiers are not to blame for anything. They are being provoked by dishonorable officers. It would be a crime to turn our loyal troops against them. We, those who give them orders, must convince them not with blades but with words. We will appeal to their conscience and make them abandon this madness no matter what the insiders in their command are saying. Approaching the mutineers unarmed would be the definition of madness. I'm not even going to discuss this plan of sorts. Regil, what do you suggest? Revolts should be nipped in the bud. We'll surround the mutinous detachments, then publicly execute the wary and all those convicted of instigation. If seditious tendencies persist, we do it again. It's the only way to ensure the troops' loyalty. A fair point. The demons are struggling to exterminate our forces. Let's do them a favor and slaughter our soldiers ourselves. Right, Darren? Darren, your opinion? Behind the back of every disgruntled officer is a whole queue of aspirants eager to take their place. To get rid of the ringleaders of the wary, we won't even have to hire assassins. The promise of a promotion and a pay raise is all it will take for any second-in-command to do their duty, be it by dagger or drop of poison. They'll make good officers, feared by allies and enemies alike. You missed the sarcasm at first, right? Ooh. I know the word honor means nothing to you, but this idea is horrible even from the most cynical perspective. What's the point of ridding ourselves of schemers and traitors if we're only to replace them with other schemers and traitors? and murderers to boot. Captain Harmotton, what would you advise? I think their talks of self-directed march are a bluff. Only lunatics would follow such a suicidal plan. You need to talk to the wary and ask them what they really want. Don't parley with mutineers. I'm pretty sure that we all know what they want. The same thing as everyone else. Power and money. We'll just be playing into the hands of the wary if we sit down and talk with them as equals. Everything is clear. All generals gain the charismatic feat. Start the battle. All units gain a plus 15 bonus to combat morale. That's interesting. Executing the traitors is your personal responsibility. Any unit in the army gains a plus 3 bonus to combat morale when damaged. Oof, I don't like that. Dayrin, we will neutralize the leaders and pay their successors for their loyalty. Bloodthirsty. All enemy units suffer a minus 15 penalty to combat morale. Interesting. Ready to parley. Crusade morale reduces by 25? Or, this is interesting. We've never done a scenario where we just get a choice. All units gain a plus 1 bonus to combat morale each turn. That's not that great. If we were going to do something like that, we just go charismatic. And that's just, like, combat doesn't tend to last. Well, I say that, actually, my combats do tend to last 15 turns, but they shouldn't last that many turns. And not to the point to where morale really matters, you right? I'm suspicious, so I'm actually very interested in trying Captain Harmotton's way, and seeing about these negotiations with the wary. Praise be to your voice of reason, Commander. I'll send negotiators immediately. I don't know what use we can possibly expect from this parleying. My heart tells me that nothing good will come of it. If you play along with the mutineers now, another mutiny will soon follow. This is a bad decision. Seriously, I can't think of a worse idea. I stand by my decision. I want to see what happens. I'll keep you up to date with how things unfold. As soon as there are any developments, I will reconvene the council. Uh-oh. We may have chosen the bad choice. How are you doing without your squad or your rank of Paralictor? It has given me little cause for emotion. I am a competent leader, but for me, leadership has never been an end in itself. Any position that allows me to effectively achieve my goals will suffice. As your companion and subordinate, I am no less capable of contributing to the fight against the Whirlwound than I would be as an officer of a chapter. I mean, that's fucking Regil right there. Yo, my Prestidigipainter Golem. Who and what the fuck are you? Happy to be of service, and may Shelyn brighten and vivify your day. In a few spots, the ornate patterns have been embellished with vibrant little flowers drawn in colored chalk. There can be no doubt whose scaled claw improved the work of smiths from ages past. What are you? I am a Prestidigipainter Golem. Many millennia ago, I was built by Aslanti clerics of Shelyn, the goddess of beauty, to make the world a better place. In my joyful service, I have visited many lands, and for the past few centuries, I have resided at the Temple of the Sunrise Chrysanthemums in Tianxi. But then the good clerics saw fit to offer me as a gift to the Mendevian Crusaders so that you could share in the beauty I can create. You do anything useful? My creators granted me the ability to place illusions on various items. I can change their color and texture to make them more beautiful and appealing to the eye. Would you like me to cast an illusion over your armor to make it green? Green is a very pleasant color, and it would match your eyes. Oh my god, it's a transmuter. Or it's a transmogrifier. That's what it is. That's cool. Very cool. What can you do to help the war effort? I was not designed for any type of combat, yet I can bring beauty and harmony to any type of combat. Alright, fuck yeah, give me some illusion on my gear. Happy to be of service. Yeah, ho! Alright, change item. What do we got? We can... Yep, it's just straight up. Oh, we don't get to see, though. The little unfortunate that there's not like a there's no cost, so it doesn't matter. But it's a little unfortunate that there's no like preview option or anything like that. You know. I was gonna say, I don't think that's accurate. I don't think this should be here. This is pretty cool. I like this. I don't know that I'm actually gonna worry about, like, pimping out my armor. But this is one of the exact reasons why I was like, I don't want to sell all my stuff. What if my stuff is useful for some reason later on? And it is useful for ooh, that's pretty snazzy. I like that. I think I actually like this thing. I don't like... like that. This. Oh, you can't do belts? Oh. I'm just gonna read that. You also, it looks like that might have been a little bit of a stretch. It doesn't look like I can just change the color. So. Okay then. Pretty neat regardless. I'm happy to have that option in the game. I would much rather have a limited transmogrifier than no transmogrifier. Oh, right. We haven't done the thing that we came here to do. We need to rest. Oh, yay. Bum 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 bum.
Can't make the demons wait.
My fucking butterfly wings over here. Alright, we are definitely gonna rest. And... yeah, we're just gonna stick with Conflagrant Taco. Should be good. I get it and all, but why a pirate? Why didn't you dream of being a regular, honest sailor? Who the fuck? Come on, I wasn't serious about it. The stories I heard as a kid just stuck in my head, I guess. There are plenty of stories about pirates, but about honest working folk? Not so much. That's fair. I mean, let's be honest. There is a reason that throughout history people romanticize those that are outside of the law or that have the ability to resist the authority of the ruling class. Right? Right? We all, I'm sure we all have those experiences where we're like, oh, it'd be really cool if I didn't have to obey the ruling class or things that are bullshit to me. Elra. I think we're good here. We are going to pop out. Ooh, hold up. That's a lie. Let's head back and see if we can. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we're still doing the strength of diplomatic connections. We do need to go visit that. Oh, okay, gotcha. The DLC. Understood. Okay, we're gonna go sell some stuff off, and then we are going to pop on over to the island.
Let's see what we can do.
And that will be that. I say that will be that, but then I think the next thing that we really have to do is we have to do, I think we have to do some leveling up and itemization, because we're going to need to have Dayren and Lan prepped and ready to participate in things if we're going to be using them.
Here we go.
So yeah, that's gonna be a whole frickin' affair. That's gonna be a whole frickin' affair. Okay, bulk sell. Actually, not a lot of bulk selling. Looking for mass. Seriously? Why are those not grouped together? They're not like... I wish I had a few more options in throwing things away. Or auto-selling. Like, if they had like a tier system or something like that, where it's like, okay, this item is under a tier 2, under a tier 3, right? Why are these not stacked? Look, they're stacked over here. Why are they not stacked in my inventory? What's going on? It's so weird. They totally should be stacked. That's just a long... What is happening here? That absolutely what? This feels real weird. Masterwork was on that list. Why is it just hanging on to a masterwork weapon? I feel like things are not working the way that they're supposed to be working. I don't really care that much. I don't feel like I need to be doing this, but like something definitely feels off. Full play plus 3, full play plus 3. Right, like we're done here. I think I'm not going to worry about this. We are going to head to my people's place. My place's people. Bom 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 bom. I have lost the Otis the Bodary. He hates me. I can feel it. I feel my eyes stinging. Bum 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 bum. Aranka. Oh hey. We've got some freaking Azadas. Aranka, who was admiring the Azadas frozen in their impressive fighting stances, looks at you. Hey Jack, you're just in time. We're holding a tournament. These are our guests. Solemn Star, an Azada of the Liland people, and Raucous Laughter, a Bralani Azada. They came down to us from Elysium, and now they're going to give us a display of their combat skills. The Azadas greet you with graceful salutes. Aranka smiles widely and drops her voice to a whisper. This fight has a symbolic meaning. There has been a disagreement between the courts to which Solemn Star and Raucous Laughter belong. They're not enemies, of course, but there is a true rivalry between them. They'll never admit it, but they expect you to support one of the champions. Whichever champion you choose will send their court to aid us. Why don't you tell me more about them? The Liland Azadas are bards, storytellers, and chroniclers who travel between the plains collecting stories and legends. They're not the most warlike of their people, but if they witness injustice, they will stand up against it. And the World Wound is an enormous injustice against Golarion. Very classically, like, what we are about. The Bralani Azadas, however, are considered the most indomitable of their people. They live in the moment and prefer to spend their time fighting, always looking for a chance to test their prowess and skill. We certainly could use such powerful allies. Unlocks the Call the Azadas decree, allowing recruitment of Liland Azadas spellcasters whose magical songs strengthen their allies. Alright, let's take a look what we got. 140 HP is not very much. AC 19 is okay. Very low damage. Large unit, spellcasting unit, flight, mythic unit. Mighty auras. 2 square auras. Square, 2 square. These are better bards, basically. They do the exact same thing that a bard does, but with better options. They do very little damage. They are not especially strong. They are intended to be buffs. Bralani Azadas. Quite a bit more HP, better AC, significantly better damage. This isn't a competition. Okay. I like this game. I like this game a lot. I really, really do. someone from Owlcat needs to come the fuck back through here. And unless, okay, obviously it's possible that I am super mistaken and that, oh, a Lilland Azada is actually, and a Bard is very, very strong. You're just not using them correctly. I don't fucking know. Maybe that is correct. But when you compare 51 to 58 damage to this, it doesn't compute, right? Like, you're not giving enough off of these buffs, right, for it to matter. If you could layer buffs, that would be a different thing, right? Like, if you could do, they each last 2 rounds, so you could always keep up attack and protection, or what the fuck ever, right? Like, you get my point. But it's not. It's a single fucking turn. You get 1 buff, and the counter to you getting 1 buff is you getting a relatively fragile, very expensive unit that does no fucking damage. Versus, this is insanely high damage and very, very healthy, right? Not the tankiest thing on the face of the planet, but very healthy. Does not need to switch to melee weapons. Fucking awesome. And it deals additional electricity damage. Cool. Yeah, alright. This is going to be a scenario where I'm going to pick for mechanics over roleplay. Because from a roleplay standpoint, I, as the Bard character, would absolutely love to support the Lillands. Plus, I just like the Lilland model, the snake wings and everything like that, more than I do the I'm an archer in, like, I don't know, Greek garb look. But this unit it's not even a fucking comparison. It feels to me like it's not even a comparison. So we're going to go with Raucous Laughter. May the luck be with you. Aranka smiles happily. Oh, Raucous Laughter, we wish you victory. Free Crusaders, beat your drums, blow your trumpets, draw your blades, and join the dance. Let us support our indomitable guest. If this was just a fight with those stats, there is not even a question. Raucous Laughter wins. It's good to have you back, K-Jack. Things haven't been the same without you. Yeah? Cool.
Can't make the demons win?
I do not hate that. Oh, where's my... Oh, right. My alchemist is no longer here because my alchemist was an Azada the entire time, keeping eyes on me. Oh, you know, there's that. Scarenthal. Hello? Oh, hello there. Hello, and may you have clear skies. Spring song and summer song? What's going on here? Greetings. Two golden scaled Azadas that look like twins wave to you in unison and laugh with clear ringing voices. Greetings to you in your court. Our names are last verse of spring song and first verse of summer song. Okay. Or simply spring song and summer song. Or simply the chuckling twins. We are adventurers, and as the mortals would say, itinerant traders. Really, we just like to collect beautiful things, beautiful and magical things, and we part with them when something new catches our eye. We heard about you from our brothers and sisters in Elysium and decided we should visit. Like to see... Tell me about yourself. We were born from the essence of good souls at the instant spring turned to summer. Or were we? One of us was lonely and made friends with her reflection in the mirror of joy. She asked her reflection to come into this world so they could be together from that moment on. Or were we? There were 6 of us, 2 golden snakes, 2 white-winged swans, and 2 beautiful maidens. And one time, as we danced under the moon, our dance was so wild and free that we all became jumbled together and turned into two Azadas. Or did we? Alright, you fuckers. The twins wink and laugh merrily. I'd like to see your beautiful and magical things. Aha! Right. Potion of Heroism. Wand of the Chaos Hammer. Okay, we don't have a lot of things, so we can look through these. Wand of the Chaos Hammer. Or not Wand of the Chaos Hammer. It is Wand of Chaos Hammer. It uses the Chaos Hammer skill. Alright, that's cool. Thundering Drums. So, a lot of, like, sound-oriented things. Freedom of Movement. Scroll of Weird. Nice. Wail of the Banshee. Venomous Petals. A Star Knife. +5 Caustic Star Knife deals an additional 46 acid damage on sneak attacks. That's fun. Plus, it's caustic, so it already does 2d6 acid damage on a successful hit. So it does 66 acid damage with a sneak attack. That's kind of fun. I don't think that that's necessarily 195,000 worth. The pricing for items has just gotten so exponentially ridiculous. Haramaki +5, whatever. Dark studded leather armor. +3 armor bonus on saving throws against blindness. That's interesting. Stormbolts, mass heal, foresight. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, we're not interested in any of these. Under the sun and the moon, in pouring rain and snow so white, in darkness and in fire, life is blooming everywhere. Alright, well, they're neat, but not providing me anything that I necessarily care about.
Here we go.
Citadel. This. Oh, that's a fucking
I can
mimic.
handle it.
Okay. Let us... Where do we want to go? We want to head back to the Citadel because we need to do some... We need to do some leveling. Okay. I guess maybe not the Citadel. We didn't have to go back to the Citadel. We could go to one of the other locations. But either way, that is going to be the end of this video. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time for more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.